It was super awesome. Meeting Chris, I met Chris and his fiance or wife.
I think they're. I think
they're married.
Just got
yeah.
Well, they just moved here.
Yeah.
He said he was looking for a gym, so we brought him to the gym, and I said, I'll bring you to the other gyms too, because in Alliance, you know how we are. Let's check out all the places. Let's see where you like the best. Yeah, where you fit.
That's
Chris
awesome.
Went to our gym, we went to other couple gyms, and he came back. He was like, "Yeah, I'm training here."
Dude, he was talking glowingly about the way you guys do things at Alliance, and how he's used to a certain way in Hawaii. Things are kind of laid back. You show up kind of when you want to.
Island time.
Exactly. He's like, no, at Alliance, you're there by 10:30. As soon as that clock hits, you're trained.
Yeah.
Like, there's no messing around.
Yeah.
And he said, you're all like that. Yeah, he said, the vibe in there is just no BS. Like, it's humble, you guys are grounded, and you guys do your work. Like, you get it done. And that's
awesome.
legit.
Which we've already known about you guys. But it's cool hearing that from kind of an outsider.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Chris the Crippler Lieben was an outsider. Now he's
family.
Family.
Nice.
And that's all he kept saying was like, I just hope I can fit in with these guys and hang with them. Like, he had the utmost respect for you guys.
So. He's awesome, man. Yeah. It's good, and it's just even me coming back from the trip, training with the guys, it's like everybody stepped up again.
Ooh.
Like the level of training has stepped up, the level that the guys are pushing has stepped up again. I don't know what caused the shift, but it's just getting better and better and better and better. It's
you can see. I mean, there's definitely, when you watch guys that have trained at Alliance who are fighting through Miles Jury, holy cow, this past card, Miles Jury knocked the F out of the guy he was fighting. I mean, stone cold knocked him out. I mean, one of the best. How that didn't win knockout of the night, I still don't know.
I tweeted immediately. I tweeted immediately knockout of the night.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, everybody kept going to sleep.
Well,
every fight.
Yeah, I mean, it was like 9 knockouts that night. But that to me, I mean, wow.
He was sleeping on the punch. Bang.
Yeah.
He fell asleep right there.
Wow.
Before he hit the canvas, he was out. So yeah, you're seeing amazing stuff from the guys at Alliance, and it's just going to keep rolling. I mean, UFC 159. Yeah. We're going. I mean, it was like event after event after event. It's going to be awesome. Our boy Phil Davis is going to be fighting.
Yes.
It's kind of a grudge match a little bit, right?
Kind of a grudge match, man. This guy Vinny was calling him out and.
On Twitter?
On Twitter. I don't know how you call somebody out and say, I'm calling you out, let's fight at a later date.
Yeah.
Calling somebody out, you're supposed to fight
right there.
now. Yeah. So,
I'll fight you 3 months from now.
I just need to get cut first.
Yeah, it's crazy, So, Phil was letting it go at first and letting it go, and then the guy just kept egging him on, and Phil's like, let's fight, man.
Hey, listen, Phil Davis is a top 10 UFC fighter, okay? Yes. This is no joke.
Yes.
So, it's not like he's just going to be like, anybody that challenges me, I'm going to step into the octagon with you. You got to be worthy of fighting a top 10 guy.
Exactly.
Which Vinny Magalhães is not necessarily a top 10 guy. He's a good fighter.
Yes.
He's a great challenge for Phil. But, I get it why he was, it's like, get out of here. I mean, anybody can call you out.
Yeah.
But you got to be worthy of a fight,
Yeah. And, I think it's Phil. I think for Phil, it's more of a proving point for him because Vinny has amazing jiu-jitsu. I guess he's like, I don't know his record in the world, but he's won a bunch of things and everybody talks about his jiu-jitsu, how phenomenal he is and how great he is.
That's what he's known for.
Yeah, that's his game.
Yeah.
And he thinks he has the key or the secret to beat Phil Davis. And Mr. Davis is the ultimate jiu-jitsu killer. Like, he doesn't even try to stop jiu-jitsu with wrestling. It just kind of happens. And everybody's like, "Oh, how's that work?" You'll see. You'll see. You'll see tomorrow. You'll see tomorrow when the guy's trying to do jiu-jitsu and Phil's just smashing him with wrestling techniques. It's pretty amazing to watch.
That's awesome. And you've obviously been, seeing.
I've been under there.
You've been there. You know the deal.
Yeah.
So that's going to be awesome. Phil Davis fighting tomorrow on pay-per-view, UFC 159. Let's get into the main event.
Yes, sir.
Which is going to be interesting. It's this John Jones who you've been in the cage with him. You know how good he is. He's the light heavyweight champion in your division. Yep. And very strangely, again, Twitter, Chael Sonnen, who's not even in your weight class.
Not even in the division.
Not even in the division.
For the record.
Says, I want to fight John Jones, starts insulting him, all these things, and ends up getting a fight with him. First of all, how do you feel about that? And secondly, how do you think the fight's going to go?
First of all, I think it's super disrespectful to everybody else in the 205 division.
Really?
To like Alex Gustafsson,
who's beaten many of the top guys.
Dan Henderson, Machida,
right.
Like everybody, anybody who's fought in the 205 division, I think is disrespectful.
Yeah.
You never even fought. So you're at 185. You fight for the title.
Lost.
lose.
Yeah.
And Chael, I love you to death. We've had lunch. You know I love you, but you fought in the division, got beat up by the champ. Then all of a sudden, he gets a shot at the 205 champ. Doesn't make sense.
Just because he talked his way into it?
It's rude. It's really
It
rude.
doesn't make sense to me. I get it from
I get the business.
you want to put in there like, money.
We're tearing apart the country. Let's not even get started.
No,
It's everywhere, but it's everywhere.
Yeah,
It's everywhere.
it's the way it goes,
You're
man.
right.
You know,
It's
but
everywhere.
but the bottom line is the fight's going to happen.
It's happening.
It's happening. So who do you like?
Jones.
Yeah.
But you don't even want to think about it?
Really?
I don't even want to think about it. You know, it's Mr. Jones.
Like, do you have a prediction on how the fight will end?
Elbows. Elbows. I mean, I just
You
don't
remember that, right?
Yeah, I just don't see Chael beating him anywhere.
Right.
I don't see him beating him anywhere. But you know, Mr. Lieben and a couple of the guys at the gym who've trained with Chael say his wrestling is ridiculous. Like his takedown.
He's a world-class wrestler.
So they're saying, you know, there's an argument going back and forth at the gym. Not me an
Discussion.
argument. Yeah, discussion.
Yeah,
Going
sure.
back.
Debate.
There's money on Chael.
Really?
from the gym.
Let's look at it. Let's look at it legitimately.
Okay.
Chael Sonnen beat up Anderson Silva, who is the best fighter in the world. I think we all can agree to that.
Yes.
For 5 rounds. He got caught in a triangle choke
Yeah.
and lost. Which happens, and its bottom line is you lost the fight. I don't care what the deal is. You lost the fight. But he did control Anderson Silva on the ground for 5 rounds.
Yeah.
The guy is awesome at wrestling. So if for some reason he can take John Jones down and get top position, it's going to be interesting.
Now you sound like Mr. Lieben.
Yeah,
That's exactly what he's saying.
exactly.
Yeah, that's the discussion.
Do I think that's going to happen?
No.
I think because John Jones is a good wrestler
Yeah.
too in his own
No
right.
slouch in wrestling. Yeah.
He knows how to avoid the takeout. He knows what Chael's going to want to do. So it's just up to him to prevent that.
Exactly.
Can I play Phil Donahue for a second?
Oh, here we go.
I don't even know
What?
what. Do you know what that means?
I'm gonna play the devil's advocate.
But why Phil Donahue?
Is that the devil's advocate?
Use a whole
think
bunch.
so.
You can use more.
Sure, it is
A
now.
whole bunch.
Okay, we'll go with that.
John Jones, now I've seen him, obviously, he's taken over UFC. He's like the best fighter, obviously, in his division. He's killing it. He is currently my favorite fighter, but at the same time, he got that DUI recently. Everyone loves him. He probably feels like he's unstoppable. Do you think it's getting to his head? Do you think that's going to affect this fight?
Yes and no.
Oh.
Is it getting to his head? Yeah. He's becoming more and more confident in himself, which is a good thing and a bad thing. You know, like we're fighters.
Because you can
it's
be
what we do.
overconfident.
Exactly.
Right.
But a lot of people have been saying they're waiting for him to become overconfident and somebody else to step in and punish him, because it's true. Overconfident John Jones versus one of the top 5, top 10 guys on one of their best days could be a problem for him. But I don't think it'll be a problem against Chael.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree with you. I think it's going to take one of the top 205ers to really do something to John Jones, which is Gustafsson and Dan Henderson and those guys.
Yeah, the whole list. Let's just go down the list. But for Chael, no. I just don't think he has the tools in his chest to beat Jones.
Well, look what happened when he spinning back fist and falls over, and then he gets a knee in the heart, and it's all over. You know?
That was the worst.
And then when he fought Okami, he tried to take Okami down over and over again. It didn't work. So
it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, there
I
are
can't
some
wait to see the
variables
fight.
to the fight, but I
Yeah.
think we all agree John Jones is probably
For sure.
going to win that
And
fight.
you know, the card is so stacked. I'm not even like the John Jones Chael Sonnen fight. Yeah, that's cool. That's kind of like bonus. Yeah, whatever. That's a bonus. But the rest of the card is amazing,
Well,
man.
Brandon, we had Michael Bisping on a couple
Yes.
days ago. Dude, he's a guy that's trained with you guys
Yes,
over
sir.
at Alliance too.
He came down.
Bisping is one of my favorite guys. I mean, just listening to that guy talk, he's just like, listen, I hate you, Alan Belcher. You've called me out. Well, now you're dead to me, and now I'm gonna. Right. I mean, he sold the fight for me. Like I wasn't really like I thought it was going to be an interesting fight. Now I can't wait to
For
see
sure,
it.
yeah.
What do you think about that fight?
You know, Alan Belcher's tough, man, and Bisping, he's been training with us. Bisping he just looks different, man. Ever since his fight with Dan Henderson, he's toned down the talk a lot and has just put his work forth a lot more.
Right.
So I think he's grown. I think every month, every year, every so often, you hit these road bumps as a fighter.
Right.
Either you climb over them and you grow as a fighter, or you hit them and you kind of stay and plateau where you are. And I think Bisping's hit like 2 or 3 in a row and just has surpassed each one every time. So I think he's growing a lot as a fighter. So I'm really interested in watching him fight. Alan Belcher, I think he's still the same fighter that he has been.
But he's good.
He's good. Like I have nothing bad to say about him. Like
sure.
he's an amazing fighter. He's Alan Belcher.
Right.
He's tough. You're never just gonna finish Alan Belcher first round.
Very well-rounded guy.
For sure, you know. So I'm excited to see this matchup, man. I'm pulling for Bisping, but like you said, Alan Belcher's no slouch. Like he's never ever been ever since his first fight.
It's gonna be a great card.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night,
the whole
UFC
card.
159.
Watching it at?
Probably just my house, I guess. What do you got going on?
The whole squad, the whole Alliance squad is gonna be at Bullies East tomorrow.
What?
We're doing kind of
like a viewing party type thing, or
a viewing party. We're doing a lot of stuff with Bullies East, but the biggest thing is one of our friends, team members, family members is Ed Ratcliffe, 9mm. His mother has cancer, so we're doing a benefit for him there.
Cool.
For them.
Nice.
So it's a $5 cover that's going straight to her for cancer.
Wow.
Not research, cancer treatment.
Yeah.
And then I guess a percentage of the food for that evening is going to the fund too. So
very cool.
The whole squad's going to be there. Dominic's going to be there.
Well, Phil won't be there.
Phil will be there on TV.
Yeah, that's
So the squad's gonna be there. So if you want to come through, come say hi to some of your local guys.
There you go.
Come through, yeah.
That's huge, man. Great having you back.
Come through.
All right.
No one check the house. Just come through.
Sounds good. I'm there. Wow, you don't have to tell me twice. Brandon, great having you back, man.
Thank you, guys. It's good to be back. Thanks,
of course,
guys.
The Truth Hurts brought to you by Bud Light.
Bud Light.
Take a break. Apparently, Michael Jackson.